Here we are. We are here. Today is a new day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, a safe space to bridge the gap between your authentic self and your mental health. We are your food for thought exploration station in order to make today better than yesterday. Hello, and welcome back to another week of the Lone Doctrine. We are here for you, and you are awesome. I just wanted to start off this episode by reminding you that you are awesome. Okay, so we have been talking about concentrating on more of the gains than the gaps, more of the good than the bad, more on a solution mindset. And if you listen to the last episode, we started talking about tools that can help us change our perspective more towards the good. There are tools accessible to us now more than ever. Not just because of the advances in technology, because of the internet, because of all of this self care we can look up and try and trial and error, but everything that's around us that we sometimes take for granted. And last week we talked about music. Music is in our everyday lives, and I think sometimes we forget it's creating the soundtrack to our lives. It is attached to so many things, good times, hard times, getting us through bad times, being the soundtrack to our core memories, so many things. And if you go back to the last episode, I interviewed a bunch of different people, chefs, nurses, influencers, musicians, actors, actresses, to get their perspective on what music meant to them and what it did for them as a tool, a mental health tool. Because we are your exploration station to connect you to things that might work for you. This isn't a one track, one recipe, one thing's going to work for everybody. This is a place where we explore lots and lots and lots and lots of different things to hopefully connect you to what is going to work for you and your authentic self. If you want lots of fun food for thought, if you want lots of things that gets your brain working, that keeps you motivated, that keeps you in a good positive mindset, I invite you to join me on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, at lonedoctrine.com, or just look up Lone Doctrine on all the socials, and even come to patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, and we dive even deeper in making today better than yesterday. But today, this week, I wanted to give you even more tools, but I wanted to give you little small steps you can take to continually shift that perspective, to flip the script. Little things that you can do as you walk with gratitude, as you do things for others, as you shift out of anxiety, shift out of depression, shift out of a sad time. Now, it's not to say that we want to ignore those things. We want to learn about the entire spectrum of our emotions. We wouldn't be human if we didn't experience it all. But what we want to make sure is that we remain in a healthy place to help us get through those hard times, the more difficult, the more heavy emotions that we all experience. I wanted to just read off a bunch of small steps, things you can do today, things you can do this week, and you can listen back and go down the list and just see what resonates with you. Or you can use the list as something you do every single day, one a day, and see how you feel at the end of all of these awesome things. So here we go. I'm just going to start listing things that you can do today to make things a little bit better. Give a compliment to someone you don't know. I cannot tell you how contagious kindness is. Giving someone you don't know and brightening their day randomly can give you such good energy. So go out there and try to give a compliment to someone you don't know. Something else to do is tell a friend all the reasons why you think they're wonderful. Sometimes we forget to tell the closest people to us how wonderful they actually are. And it does make a big difference because you never know what someone's going through. And just that little act of telling them those awesome things may change their day around completely. So tell a friend all the reasons why you think they're wonderful. Write an encouraging note for somebody. Leave a note for a friend, for your roommate, for your coworker, for your kids, for your spouse, whoever it might be. Just leave a random note at the beginning of the day or the end of the day just to give them a little bit of encouragement. A little bit goes a long way. Tell someone why you're grateful for them. I am a big believer in this, especially when it comes to my loved ones. I sometimes go over the top and they think I'm very like mushy and so cheesy sometimes, but I really want to make sure that no matter what happens, nothing is left unsaid. Time is fleeting and we never know what tomorrow is going to bring, and tomorrow is not promised. As dark as that may sound, you really never know. So today, now, pause. Go tell someone why you're grateful for them. Here's a great one. Buy school supplies and donate them to schools in need. Teachers, staff, schools need us now more than ever. This is a crazy climate we're in, and teachers really make the world go round. So, whether it's your school, whether it's your kid's school, whether it's a friend's, whether it's a school in your neighborhood, see if they need supplies and what supplies they need. Even if you just go and spend $20 at the dollar store trying to get them extra things, they will be so excited because teachers, most teachers, do not receive the budget to buy school supplies, and they need all the help they can get to really, really help our kids thrive. How about this one? Do yard work or errands for a neighbor. That sounds pretty awesome. How about walk dogs at a local animal shelter? I can't tell you the unconditional love an animal can give, especially dogs. Not to say that I'm biased, but they have such a special light in them. And something as simple as a walk, something as simple as company, especially in a place like a shelter, which is so scary for them. If you go and just ask shelters to volunteer, whether it be filling their food or giving them walks or giving them a little bit of playtime or just keeping them company, it might be worth those couple hours a week to go and volunteer, because the type of love you'll receive from those dogs will fill you up like nothing else. They have a gift, they have a light, and I really believe they are here to remind us to stay present, to stay here, to stay now, and to love. To love, love, love. Cheesy, 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 but so, so important. How about donate food or clothing to a local shelter? Sometimes around the house, it's nice to have this excuse, not to say that it's an excuse, but sort of, to spring clean, winter clean, summer clean, wherever season you're in, and donate those things to those in need, whether it be food or whether it be your clothes or whether it be home goods, to just one area at a time go through and spring clean, and then realize a lot of the things you may be getting rid of are things that other people wish they had. And how awesome would it be if you could give those things to someone in need? How about help serve food at the soup kitchen? Find a place in your town, in your city, in your area where you can volunteer your time to feed other people in need. Something as simple as getting the food prepped, saying hello to these people, giving people who don't normally get a hot meal can really, really change our perspective, because it puts in place what we have instead of what we don't have. And sometimes we need that perspective in order to get out of our own way. And helping others is what we all should be doing. We should always be lifting one another up rather than pushing each other down. So find a place where you can help serve the food at a soup kitchen or volunteer somewhere for those in need. Or how about something as simple as let someone go ahead of you in line? The next time you're in the grocery store, the next time you're getting coffee or you're getting food, wherever you are, take a second and just let the person behind you go in front and see how it makes their day. But try not to hold any expectations because we don't do things for, the acknowledgement, for a prize, for a reward, to say, oh, look at me, I'm such a good person. You do it because it's the right thing to do sometimes, or it's just nice. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody was just nice? So try it. Let somebody go ahead of you in line. Or just say hello to somebody new. Maybe just have a friendly conversation as you're standing in line. Maybe have a friendly conversation with someone you see that's getting stressed out in a line because it's busy or it's taking forever. Whatever it may be, you may be the stressed out person. And sometimes saying hello to someone new kind of breaks those feelings and gives you a little bit of relief, brings you back to the present moment, and then helps you get through that time without being so stressed out. So those are some things you can do this week. And I really, really, really hope you at least choose one of them to do because as we mentioned before, we're trying to create all of these tools that are going to constantly move us towards betterment. It really is about one step at a time. It's really about one ladder rung at a time. That's what life is all about. Life happens all at once, and it's not like we're reaching to be perfectly happy every day because that's an unrealistic expectation. But what we can do is get ourselves into a healthy, strong mental state that when the bad times do come, that when the challenging times do come, we have the tools and the ability to push through and to keep fighting the good fight.